Hi, I'm Laney. I make wedding invitations that you can shop on Etsy with Design by Laney. And I also teach people how to design and run a wedding invitation business. So if you're interested in starting a stationery business, check out our monthly membership platform for stationery designers called Stationery School. All right, let's do some keyword planning. It's gonna be so fun. So I keep this brain dump sheet, and this is where I'm at with blog planning right now, and just some ideas of things that I wanna do. For instance, blog planning. I did a YouTube video on this. You'll wanna keep track of your main keyword, your other keywords. Usually there's only one. These two are very similar, so I kept them. And you wanna keep track of your search volume, and most importantly, the objective for your post. If you're doing a regular post on your website, on any kind of page, or if you're just doing a blog post, it should have an objective. What is the thing you want this person to do after they have read your page, after they have gotten to your website, after they have read your blog? What do you want them to do? And who is your audience? I kind of put that over here in the notes for this one. A great place to start is to see what other people are doing. So we're gonna go over to Moz Keyword Explorer. If you create an account, you get 10 queries per month. And I'm going to check out Minted.com. We're searching by root domain. You can search by keyword, lots of different things. So we're going to analyze Minted and just see where they're at. A different page authority thing in the course told me they were an 80 for domain, or a different domain authority checker told me they were an 80. They're 68. This is just a reminder that all of these tools are creating their own algorithms to kind of mimic what Google does, but no one knows 100% what Google does, so it's always a best estimate. You'll see different results on the different tools that I'm going to show you, but Moz is commonly known as like the best explorer in the SEO industry. They have the best tools, so I'm going to go ahead and believe this. So they have a domain authority of 68. That's pretty awesome. They're ranking on 54,000 keywords. How cool is that? But the number one that they're ranking on is Minted, that makes sense. And then wedding invitations, save the date cards. So these are all really good ideas of things that you could potentially try and rank for, or write blog posts on, do SEO on your website. Monthly volume, you're not gonna be able to rank for something that's like a 71 in difficulty because it has 178,000 searches every month and a ton of people are trying to rank on that. So you're gonna wanna get down into like less than 5,000. You know, you might have trouble ranking on something that's 5,000. You might want to go in this like 1,500 range. So there's lots of good ideas that we see here. And it doesn't mean that you can't ever use wedding invitations as a keyword. It just means that you're not necessarily going to rank on it immediately. But something like this, okay, 3,800 searches. It's a 40 in difficulty, which is pretty high, but not insane. And you got to start somewhere. We got wedding traditions. So that's pretty cool. It's a good keyword. Maybe you could write a blog post on that, or maybe you could have a standalone page on your website that talks about different wedding traditions. Sketch art, if that's something that's really big with your clients, you could talk about that. Christmas sayings for cards. That's a really good one. Let's try and find some with lower difficulty. Mint cards. If you really want to do something with mint, the color, that could be a good one. 25, what is this? Oh, the Minted. I don't know, it's a weird one. Letterpress wedding invitations. Okay, so this is 33 on difficulty. It's not super high. And the monthly search volume is 691. I'm gonna go ahead and write this on my list because it's a great idea of something that I might wanna write about. Letterpress wedding invitations. And I'm gonna put that in that category, and that had 691 searches a month. So just imagine if you can get in the top 10 and even get 10 of those, you know, every month. You could get 10 new letterpress invitation clients. That would be awesome. Table place cards is a good one. And then we could even search based on like difficulty. This might take a second because they rank on 54,000 keywords. Oh, we went the wrong way. There we go. Okay, difficulty. So I'm gonna go find something that's got a decent number of searches as well as a low difficulty. Oh good, I don't have a plan for that. You can go ahead and filter it here. That's the best part. Okay, so we went with 20, but you'll see like only 11 people search this every month. So let's find something 310. All right, art print sizes. Not necessarily the best thing for every stationery designer, but it could be a good thing for someone like me who educates. How many stamps for wedding invitations has 92 searches a month. You also want to think about who these people are. So letterpress wedding invitations, those people are searching for letterpress invitations probably to buy. How many stamps for wedding invitations? They might already have bought their invitations. So while this is providing value and getting you some search engine optimization, it might not be the best thing to rank on if you're only selling wedding invitations. So kind of give it some thought to. Bauhaus shapes, that's an interesting one. Fancy marble, you could rank on that if you have marble invitations. Monogram wax seals, that's a really good one to start out and rate some posts on because you can create wax seals. Wow, this is a good one. Someone do this. Okay, emerald leaves menu. If you have a semi-custom collection, design something that's emerald leaves menu and SEO the crap out of that. It gets 546 searches a month. That's amazing, okay? So you'll want to pay attention to all of these factors when you're planning out your keywords. You also will want to search locally. So I'm going to search by keyword a little bit, and let's see, where are some of you from? Okay, San Diego wedding invitations. You also want to pay attention to what people are searching. So people are not searching invitation suites. People don't really search the word stationery as much as they search the word invitations. And you'll see all of that as you go through this. But if you write a blog post that's like San Diego wedding stationer, and you go through all this trouble, and then it's like, oh, people don't actually search for that. People search for San Diego wedding invitations. You have to redo your whole blog post. So you might as well start putting yourself on the right track. And a lot of things that I think are gonna search really well don't, because they have industry terms or things that I feel really comfortable with, but the normal regular public does not feel comfortable with, like suites versus sets. So we'll see San Diego wedding invitations. People are not searching this too often, but if you optimize for San Diego wedding invitations, you'll also kind of be optimized for like San Diego invites, San Diego wedding vendors, all of those kind of similar searches. So I don't think it's a bad thing to really search this. And then you see something like wedding invitation San Diego actually has 47. So you'd want to optimize for that over San Diego wedding invitations. So we'll see all of our suggestions, and they'll usually sort them by like relevancy, or you can sort them by monthly volume, that kind of thing. So wedding invitation San Diego is a good one. How much do wedding invitations cost? It's kind of interesting. They'll give you a lot of data. Some of it's more and less valuable than others. Okay, I searched for watercolor invitations, which has given us some good results as well. It's 346 monthly searches, which is actually pretty good. You can probably rank pretty well on this. It gives us a few other options. We get more search volume if we have watercolor wedding invitations. Some of these other ones that have like 27, 39, those could be some of your secondary keywords that you put over in this section and use within the post, but don't make it the number one. There's lots of good ideas here. Greenery, watercolor wedding invitation, watercolor flower wedding invitation. So this is a good idea of how you can get more ideas for keywords. You can search your competition and see what they're ranking on. I'm ranking on 710. I'm not the best example because I also educate, but I didn't want to call anyone else out on their SEO. But you can go through your competition and see what they're ranking for, like using wax seal and a belly band. That's a great thing that I don't specifically have a blog post for, but I have some similar ones that use those words. Eggshell wedding invitations you can mail without an envelope. That's an interesting one. I've never seen that when I search myself. So you can go through and find all of these different things from this tool, Moz Keyword Explorer, by searching your own, seeing what's working, searching other things that you might want to rank on, searching your competition and seeing what they're ranking on. Ubersuggest is another one, which is really great. You get 3 free searches a day, which is kind of nicer than the 10 per month, depending on how you do things. And what I like about them, you'll see slightly different information. So like when I did wedding invitation San Diego on Moz, it said 47 a month. This one says 90 a month. So who knows? But it'll tell you who is ranking first there, and then things like how many backlinks they have and what their domain authority is. So obviously this is the Knot. It's got a 51 domain authority, which, I mean, it's not insane. It's not as high as I thought it was going to be honest. And they get an estimated 27 visitors per month for this page. And my favorite part is that you can click on this page and see what it is. So when you Google wedding invitation San Diego, you can click on this page and see what it is. Oh, look, there's Design by Laney. I love that I'm still there. I had no idea. You can see what it is that's actually ranking there. So there might be someone's blog post. If you're doing something like wax seal on a belly band, or like how to use wax seals, you might be able to find a blog post, and then you can get ideas for what should go in that blog post, which is really helpful. So I love this tool. Another one is called Answer the Public. So this one forms everything as a question. So if I do wedding invites, okay, it came up with this awesome infographic. It's 54 questions of wedding invites, and the darker green, I believe, is what's searched the most often. So, like, when are wedding invitations sent out? What are wedding invites printed on? Who are they from? What size are they? All of these things are questions that people are asking, and you can get the information on it, or if you hover over it, it'll tell you. I mean, some of these are saying 0, which is obviously not true, but they also give you prepositions, which is like is, can, for. So wedding invitations with inserts, with menu choices, with RSVP. Comparisons, which is stuff like wedding invites and RSVP. These aren't too exciting on this particular topic. Wedding invites and save the dates. And this alphabetical list will give you a ton of information. I love this one. It gives you exactly how many people are searching it. And then this is the cost per click. So you don't want to do something like wedding invitations and save the dates. It seems good because 700 people are searching. But if you have to pay $5.47 per click on Google Ads, that means it's harder to rank on and that people are willing to pay more for it. So you probably don't want to do something like that. Whereas this one is 34 cents. So that means less people are ranking on it. Still has 480 searches a month, which is really great. You want to find that like sweet spot between those two. Wedding invitations asking for money. Ew, we don't do that. Anyway, wedding invites blue is awesome. You can totally SEO a whole thing about blue wedding invitations. And there's just literally A to Z. So many options here, and I love them so much. This is a really great tool. And my final tool is called Keywords Everywhere. It's a Chrome extension. It's this black bubble over here. And what it does is it makes keywords pop up everywhere. You can set it to turn on and off for different websites. So I have it on Google and YouTube because you pay for credits, but I got 10,000 credits like over a year ago and it was $10. So it's really easy. But say, let's do that wedding invitations blue. So it's just gonna pull up all of the stuff that you can use and comes up with awesome ideas. Sometimes you're just Googling and you see an awesome idea here. So I really love this tool. You can have it set so it gives you keywords on every website ever. And then if you click on one, it'll give you the information, which is the trends. You can see blue has been searched a lot more lately. Let's see 5 years because I'm curious about that. Oh, blue was really popular in 2016. Has become less popular. That's surprising to me. And then you can come up with related keywords and things that people also search for. So this is a really, really good search tool. Keywords Everywhere. I love it. You pay $10. You can get like a year of searches. So once you've got a bunch of keywords, you might want to pick one that you want your website overall to be ranking on. So that could be, mine would be like stationary business because that's who I'm marketing to. Yours could be wedding invitation San Diego. Something like that's going to be something that's really, really clear and describes the most general version of what you do. Local ones are really good because they're generally easier to rank on if you want to be working locally. If you live in San Diego and only want to be working in San Diego, that's great. If you don't want to work in San Diego, it's not a bad thing to SEO yourself for San Diego, SoCal, California wedding invitations because those are really popular markets. But if you live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and you want to work everywhere, it maybe doesn't make as much sense. You may want to do like Southern wedding invitations or something like that. That's a little bit more general. Choose one for your site as a whole, and then choose one for each page to really focus on. Let me know what questions you have. You can shop all of our wedding invitations, order calligraphy, order printed envelopes, etc. On our website at designbylaney.com or on Etsy with Design by Laney. Thanks, everybody.